presentations. How many of us out there are apprehensive, maybe a little afraid when we are expected to speak in public to a group of people? This is not uncommon. This is actually a very common trait that a lot of us have, and it is fear of speaking on stage or even on video. It's maybe you're afraid to even do a live presentation anywhere because you are afraid you're going to mess up. This is normal. Sound familiar? And you know what? You don't have to be afraid of your own self. So why is it that some people can get up on stage and some people just have a total fear and just stop? Can't do this, can't have this, it's not working, this is not going to happen, I can't have this. Does this sound familiar in any way, shape, or form to you? Because you know what? You're not alone. Because a lot of us are actually in this same boat. And do you know that a lot of people who do get up on stage or who do videos or even actors, they are apprehensive or afraid if they're not going to do it right, they're not going to say the right words, even though they have a script, even though they've practiced and they've looked in the mirror and they've made this happen for them that way, and they still are apprehensive about getting on stage and having everybody look at them and watch them because they know somewhere deep in the mind they're going to mess up. Does this sound too familiar to you? You know what? It is true, and I suggest you watch this video to the end, because what I'm going to give you here is, out of all the steps that you can take or all of the tips that I can give you, I'm going to give you the 3 tips that will help it get easier for you. I can't say you're just going to walk away from this presentation here and be able to do a live video without being apprehensive, without being nervous, or without, being unsure of yourself. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is you can use these 3 tips to gain confidence. Yeah? Because we've talked a lot about being consistent every day, about reaching your goals, about living your passion, about living what you want, and about creating and achieving. And if you want success in today's marketplace, video is the best way to get there. You can even do audio, but if people don't know you yet, it might be wise, I would suggest, to do some video. Okay? So here are some steps or tricks, whatever you want to call them, that a lot of us use when we have to go speak to a lot of people. I do have a cleansing binaural beats playing in the background, so I hope that does not interfere with anybody and me talking. Let's start with number 1. Number 1 is you're afraid. You try and you just stumble and you get all your words all messed up and you don't know what to say right. Let's try this for you. And I'm going to say try because I don't believe in just trying. I believe in doing. But you know what? I'm adjusting. For the sake of getting frustrated, let's just say you're going to give this your best shot. Okay? So what you can do is, number 1, write out exactly what you are going to say, or write bullet points on what you're going to say. Now, let's start out with, you're going to do a video. Okay, you're going to do a live video. And you can do a live video and still have bullet points. You can have bullet points written on the side screen here on your right if you're doing a live one on social. Or if you're just doing a video on your phone and you're just going to transfer it over, you can still have bullet points. Have them on a piece of paper, like anything. Like you can have a piece of paper and you can have bullet points on it on what you want to say. Or you can write it out word for word what you want to say. And I don't expect you to memorize everything you want to say, because you know what? You're going to get flustered. You're going to get frustrated. And I suggest you practice doing this on your phone, or even if you want to do a live, you can have it to where you're practicing. If you're setting it up where it says to go live, there's that little button up there that says you want to do it public or just for you to see. Do it just for you to see, and that way you will get used to you being on camera. The thing I want you to think about is, just because you're on camera doesn't mean you have to be perfect. You don't. Because it's a great tip, because you're going to know what you're going to talk about. You're going to have bullet points on what you're going to say, and that's good. And the next thing is, tip number 2 is go into a room by yourself, a bedroom or anywhere in your home or anywhere that you're by yourself and nobody else can see you. Go outside if you must and practice. And it's okay because you're going to mess up, but you know what? It's okay because nobody knows you're messing up but you. Nobody knows that you messed up on what you had intended to say but you. So my suggestion, when that happens, because you know it's going to, when I first started having to go live, for me it was different to be in front of people than it was to be on video. I was easier to go in front of a crowded room full of people. It was easier that way for me than it was to go on do a video. I was more nervous with the video because the camera was staring right at me. And I thought, oh my gosh, it's so intimidating. This little piece of plastic is like, you can do it on your phone like this. Be sure you turn it this way. If you're doing it on your phone, be sure you turn it like this. Otherwise, you're going to have this black marks on the sides. When you do it like this, it's just going to be black marks when it shows up. So be sure you do it like this. And that way you'll have a full picture. So that's another tip that wasn't intended. See, this wasn't in my script for today. But the more you practice, just being comfortable with what you're doing. Because you know what? Like I said, nobody knows what you're doing or what you're going to say. Nobody knows. And that's okay. You don't have to have everybody knowing what you're going to say. So that is number 2. You will go to a quiet room, go somewhere that you will, not be interrupted, get frustrated, stomp, jump up and down, whatever. Look in the mirror if you have to as you're talking. So get used to having yourself looking back at you. That helps a lot of people. So number 3. Ready? I am going to give you this one because this one actually helps a lot. Before you get ready to speak, take a deep breath. A cleansing breath always helps. Take a cleansing breath, let it out, and just say, I'm going to do the best I can do. That's all I can do. Simple. That's all you need. You're just going to do the best you can do. And you're going to do it, and you're going to do it over and over and over and over. And the first time you go live, actually live, and people are jumping on your live, and you see all their faces, the names popping up on the side, you can ignore those. You do not have to look at those. You can just ignore them and just keep going and just keep talking to people. Talk to these people on the side just like you were talking to them one-on-one. Just talk to them like you're the normal person. Just have a conversation. Okay? And I'm going to throw a little tidbit. Actually, I'm going to throw 2 tidbits in here. You can also put what you're going to be talking about in a storyline, because a storyline is easier for you to remember your bullet points. It's easier for you to express yourself, and it's easier for people to remember what you are teaching and what you're talking about. If you put it in a storyline, you could have a storyline of maybe how it took you to get to this point, or how it happened for you, and you're going to tell your story. That could be one way. Or maybe you don't have a story yet, but you know people who do. You can use their story to tell and to teach and to give value to what you're doing. That is a huge possibility. And then when you come to, here's another bonus. When you come to getting on stage, you're successful, you are getting out there, people are recognizing you, you are growing your business, you're growing your lifestyle. Now it's time for you to get on stage. Now you're froze up again. Normal. What I do, this is just me, and I know a lot of other people actually in the field that are doing this. They're doing something really similar, if not exact. I don't think we all do exactly the same thing, but we do similar. So what we do, what I do is, when I'm going to go speak in front of a bunch of people, I stand to the back, before I go in front of them, before I'm introduced or whatever. And then I just say, God, let me give the best value I can give to these people today. Let me help them the best I can help them. And that's all my focus is. It's not on what I'm saying. It's not on what I'm going to talk about. It's, I want to give the best value. And I do that in the mornings too. When I'm going to do a live video before, I always just say this little bitty mantra, this little bitty inspiration for myself, and say, let me give the best value to these people today. Everyone that watches this video here on YouTube, on whatever social platform, let me give them the best value, because I know this is solid gold. Because I know I give the best value out there for what I'm talking about. And I know it's good because it's been tried and tested. And I know it's good because I make money. And I'm teaching how you can too. So it's just about being sure of yourself. And also what you can do if you're going on stage, a lot of platforms will have it. You can have a whiteboard set up where you can write your bullet points down prior to. Or you can have it on, they can hook it up with a TV, and you could do a PowerPoint. And you could have your different bullet points that you're going to talk about throughout what you want to talk about, and pop them up on the screen, and this will remind you to stay on track. But no one is going to know when you change the protocol, when you change the speech, when you change the lyric. No one is going to know that it wasn't what you had intended to in the first place. They have no idea what you're going to talk about. You are being the best you can be, and you are giving value, and they paid money to come and see you. Or you're doing this video, and they're going to watch it, and you know that this video you're doing is value, and it is going to help a lot of people. When you do that, and when you know that, when you put that much good energy into it, what's going to happen is the people that watch your videos, the people that take action with your videos, or maybe you're offering different things at the end, at the bottom, different things to get into. When they take action on that, you're going to be confident that what you're giving them at this time is valuable, and it's going to help. Okay? 3 simple little tips. Write it out, what you're going to say, break it down, use bullet points. Go into a private place and practice having the video. See, the good thing about having it on your phone, you can erase it. Even on your computer, you don't have to do anything with it. If you mess up, if you start cussing like a trucker or whatever, you can erase it. Not a problem. Number 3 is be confident. It doesn't matter if you mess up or not. You're the only one that's going to know you messed up. You're the only one that will know. No one else will know. They have no idea what you're going to talk about. And then, of course, I gave you bonus points, bonus tips on what to do if you get on stage, and what to do, bullet points and different things, so you have value there. So watch this video again. Like I said, always watch to the end, no matter what, because they're always short, 15 minutes. You can spare 15 minutes. Yes, you can. Okay, use these tips, and I look forward to seeing all of you, one at a time or all together, it doesn't matter, on video. Okay? Grow your business, grow your tribe, grow who you are. And definitely subscribe to YouTube channel here. We are growing and growing. Okay, later.